Hey guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. Now that we are into the new year, I think by the time you see this, it'll probably be the second week of January. I've been seeing a lot of videos and thinking a lot about New Year's resolutions. And I typically don't set New Year's resolutions because I just feel like sometimes when we do that, we almost set ourselves up for failure. We we say something like, I'm going to go to the gym every single day, or I'm not going to eat any sugar, or different things. Usually it seems to be like, I'm going to do something every day, or I'm not going to do this thing anymore, which is actually the definition of a resolution. A resolution is just a decision to either do or not do something. So I typically just don't really make those resolutions because, like I said, I don't want to set myself up for failure. And so many people, when they do make resolutions, they do fail at them. So what I tend to do is I like to maybe set a goal for the year, or sometimes several goals, something maybe that I want to accomplish. And so I've been thinking about what I wanted to do for this year, for 2018. And I actually came up with 5 goals that I would like to, I don't even want to say accomplished, but 5 things that I would like to work on this year to improve or to strengthen, because they're not really things that are like a checklist that I'll say, oh, I did that, check it off. These are ongoing things that I will work on for most likely the entire year, and then for years to come. But they're just things that I thought about, and they're very important to me, and I feel like they'll be very important for my life. So I just want to share those with you very quickly. This is kind of a spontaneous video. I just sort of decided to do it. So here I am, no makeup. I look really tired. I just now noticed. My eyes look really tired. Ugh, sorry. But anyway, so the five goals that I have for 2018. First of all, I want to work on and I want to strengthen my relationship with God. Now, it seems really popular in Christian circles that you'll hear people making a New Year's resolution. I'm going to read my Bible every day. I'm going to pray more. I'm going to, do this or this or this. And I thought setting it as a goal to just strengthen that relationship would be a good way to put it. My hair is driving me crazy. Sorry. But anyway, I thought that would be a good way to put it, because then I'm not putting myself into one specific thing, like, ooh, I have to fix this hair. Sorry. So I'm not putting myself into just one specific thing, like I'm going to read my Bible every day, which, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's certainly a good thing to do. But if I'm talking about strengthening and building that relationship, there's a lot of ways I can do that. I can do that through studying the Bible. I can do that through praying more. I can do that through listening to, preaching online, or messages, or reading blogs. There's so many different ways that I can do that. And so that way I'm not just putting myself into a really narrow spot where I say I have to do this one thing, and if I don't do that one thing, I have failed. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, that just strengthening that relationship. And then the second one kind of goes along with it, along the same lines. I want to strengthen and build my marriage. And again, I could make a resolution, and I could say, I'm going to do one nice thing for my husband every day of the year. And I try to do that, I try to do things for him every chance I get. But I just feel like, again, when we put ourselves in that little narrow spot and we say, I'm going to do this one thing, and then if we miss one day, we feel like we failed. So what I want to do this year is just, and I feel like we have a very close, a very good relationship. We have a good marriage, but there's always room to grow and to strengthen and to build on that. So I'm just going to be looking for ways that I can strengthen that relationship also. Whether it be doing something for him, whether it be probably one of the things I will be doing is praying for him more. Maybe we can find like a book on marriage that we will read together, or there's just so many possibilities, so many different things that we can do to strengthen that relationship and strengthen that bond. And then the third one that I came up with, this is a big one. I've been working on this one last year, probably the year before. It's another one of those things that you might not ever really accomplish it. You might not ever complete it. But I'm really going to be pushing harder on this year than I did in the past, and that is decluttering in our house. Our house is just full of stuff, and a lot of the stuff we never use, we will never use, we don't need it. In 2017, I started listing online some things that I was trying to sell. Really haven't sold anything, and so I'm going to be reevaluating some of the items, and if it's probably going to come to a point where some of them are just going to have to go. We're just going to have to let them go, because if we can't sell them, I can't keep them in my house. I feel like my house kind of drags me down sometimes. Like when I go to try to clean, and I've talked to my husband about this before, but like when I go to try to clean the house, I feel like I spend so much time trying to find places for all of the things. Like if someone's coming over, I have all of these things and I have to like try to hide them away. Right now our house has 4 bedrooms, and the other 3 bedrooms are pretty much just filled with stuff. The smallest room, which is supposed to be my craft room, I've been working on trying to get that set up ever since we got married. So I've been working on that for 5 years, and I've still never got it to a point where I could actually go in there and like work on a craft project. And that's what I really want, is to be able to just go in there and use that room. So I think that's probably my big project for at least the beginning of this year, is working on that craft room. I've got some accessories and things for the room, some new curtains. I'm going to try to brighten it up, make it really cheerful and beautiful, and a place that I want to spend time, and then hopefully be able to probably use that as my main filming space also, where I can kind of set everything up and just have a nice spot to do that. Today I'm in the dining room with the lovely background of our computer desk behind me. Not really the best. So that, like I said, I don't know, with decluttering, I don't know that we ever reach a spot where we say, I'm done, because it's kind of an ongoing process. You have to keep up with it. Even after you do maybe a big decluttering, you still have to keep up with that. So that's goal number 3, is to work on that decluttering. And then number 4 kind of goes along with that, talking about getting that craft room ready and hopefully being able to use that as a filming space. And that is that I want to build and hopefully expand my YouTube channel a little bit this year. And mostly what I mean by that is I want to be able to post more videos. Again, last year I had set a goal for myself, not as like a New Year's goal, but during the year I had thought I'm going to post one video every week. And at times it got to be too much pressure for me because, again, I felt like I was failing. You know, anytime I was sick and I couldn't get a video posted, I felt like I failed at that goal. So I'm not setting a specific goal. I'm not setting a goal of a video a week or anything like that. But I just want to try to do more than I did last year. And I think that's kind of the point of like a New Year's resolution or a goal, is to better yourself. So I just want to do better this year than I did last year. I also want to try to improve like my editing. I'm not really doing a lot of editing right now because I was using the YouTube editors and I had gotten pretty comfortable with them, and then they took it away. So I haven't been able to find another editing program that I have been comfortable with yet. At this point, I do not have the ability to purchase any editing software, so I'm having to rely on just whatever programs I can find that are free. So I do want to work on that. I do want to be able to do some video editing. I've got some ideas for videos coming up hopefully soon. I think I'm going to start doing some cooking videos perhaps. I don't really have a lot of equipment that will work very well for that, but I think maybe I can make it work. So just trying some new things, trying some different things. I had towards the end of the year last year, I think it was maybe like October, I was at about 80 subscribers, and I had sort of set a goal for myself that I wanted to be at 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And I actually had made it up to like 119, and then it dropped back to about 115. So I think I ended the year at about 115 to 116, something like that. You know, it's hard to make a goal like that because that's not really something you can control. You know, you can't control who's going to subscribe to your channel or not. But I have kind of set a little conservative goal, I think, for myself, that for 2018 I would like to reach at least 500. You know, it might be possible that I can get higher than that, but I'm hoping that that I can reach about 500 subscribers this year. And then the fifth goal that I have for this year, and the final one that I have, is has to do with something that I learned this past year, and that is that so many times we can do things that we thought we couldn't do. I'm gonna get teary-eyed. I've been crying in every video lately. But last spring, there was a hike up in Gatlinburg. We go up there quite often. And there was a hike up to a lookout tower called Clingman's Dome. And there was a time a couple of years ago that we tried to go up there, and they claimed it was an easy hike, but the very beginning part of it was the steepest incline. Like, it felt like you were going straight up, and I couldn't make it. We probably went like a few hundred feet maybe, and that was with my husband like physically pushing me. He was like, "Let me push you, maybe that will help." And I just couldn't do it. And then this past year I can't remember exactly when it was. I want to say in May possibly. But it was in the spring. We were up there, and I said, "Let's go try it. Let's just see." You know, I said, maybe I'll get halfway, but if I can just get farther than I got last time, I will consider that a success. And we actually were able to do the whole thing, the hike. we got up to the top, and there, when you get to the top, then there's the tower that has like this spiral walkway that you walk up to get to the tower. And I hesitated for a little bit because I'm really scared of heights. And so the thought of going up to that tower really terrified me. But then I just kept thinking, like, I came all this way, and then if I don't go up to the top of that tower, it's almost like I didn't do it. So I did it, and it was amazing, and I was terrified. But afterwards, I was so happy that I did it, and I was so proud that I conquered something that not only was I afraid of, but something that I hadn't been able to do before. And so my final goal for next year, or for this year, for 2018, is that I just want to, I haven't figured out exactly how to say it, but I want to be adventurous. I want to try things that I think I can't do. And I just want to have fun. I think that's a good resolution. I just want to have fun this year. The last 5 years have been full of a lot of pain, a lot of sickness, and 2017 really was relatively good to me as far as my health is concerned. I really was not as sick during 2017 as I was in previous years. And I'm kind of taking that as maybe 2018 can be even better. And so the one thing that I think that experience last year taught me was that, and I talked about this in the video where I talked about how we did that hike. Sometimes I tend to put things off and say, I'll do that when I feel better. I'll do that after my next surgery. I'll do that next year, you know. And I think one of the important things I learned is that there might not be next year. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And so that was a big reason also that in 2017, my husband and I renewed our wedding vows, and it was our 5th wedding anniversary. And a lot of people made kind of negative comments like, we've never seen anyone do a wedding vow renewal after 5 years, or, you know, so things like that. But that was a big part of the reason that we wanted to do it, because we're not guaranteed. We're not guaranteed any future. You know, a lot of people do their wedding vow renewals when they've been married 25 years. I might not be here in another 20 years. So we are learning together to embrace each day as it comes. And this is one thing that I tried to do in 2017. And like I said, these goals are not something that you accomplish, so it's something that you can continue to work on. But in 2017, what I really tried to focus on was just finding something in each day that I could say, you know, that was a really good thing about today. You know, even if I'm sick and I'm laying in bed, you know, I can find something. I can find something that happened that day that I can be thankful for, that I can count as a blessing, and that can give me strength for the next day. Because as long as I know there's something good in every day, that gives me something to look forward to tomorrow. So, now that I've cried and gotten all weepy and teary-eyed, I think I need to end this video. So, if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe. If you subscribe, you will get notified when I post new videos. And like I said, hopefully in 2018, we'll see some new things, maybe some different things, some of the same things, but I would just love to have you here and have you be part of this journey and what is coming in the future. Also, if you enjoyed this video, if you click that thumbs up button down there, that will help. The more likes that this video gets, the more people will get to see it. It'll be recommended to more people on YouTube. And if you think someone else would enjoy seeing this video, feel free to share it down below the video. There are links. You can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, you know, all those different things. So I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time.